Well,
No.
you got a friend in
No.
Jesus. Why'd you stop?
Asking.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
But then I was like, what if they're in there having fun?
Yeah.
So I was like,
get ready to have a good time.
hell yeah.
You ready to have a good time?
I'm fired up. I'm ready to get on. I'm ready to get off.
You know,
all of them.
It's
Every
Sunday,
direction.
so we're making this spiritual. Hit it, Caleb.
I'm not going to do that. But can you hear this? Just from a volume somewhat. Can you hear this?
Oh, yeah. That's coming through.
I am not.
Some pipe organs.
Yeah. I brought my.
You could have just done a little flippity flare.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Caleb's
Babbity
feeling
bap.
very improvisational today, which will make this episode.
I brought a little keyboard because I need this accompany myself for a bit that is later on.
I'm in a little bit of a Star Wars mode, if I'm being honest, but I can switch to Transformers pretty easily. And I watched White Christmas last night, just in case. I don't know if it'll help me today, but
It won't hurt.
it won't hurt.
Still a good movie, except for some parts that are questionable.
Yeah, except some parts.
I should have been more in the draw when you said Star Wars. I'd be like,
Yes.
yeah, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess. Is this
Thank you,
the
monkey.
URL?
Yeah.
The ghost of the iconic monkey. There's the good doctor.
Hey, we all made it. We're here.
The fuck?
So Seibert's gonna join around 11, but that probably means that's our time. So that's probably when you have to get off, Toby.
You'd be gone by then.
Can you get a late checkout?
I did that.
For us, he's already.
Get a double late checkout.
Yeah, they'll really like that. Yeah, just let me have another day for free.
Yeah, just another day.
Then let's talk logistics, Ryan. I feel like you're best equipped.
Well, I guess we should just do all the little bits now then.
Okay, but what about Seibert's bits? The
Well,
Seibits.
there's just nothing we can do about that.
Okay.
The silence.
Screw him.
I mean, he's
I
also
love
wanting to talk about Soundwave and Blaster's fight.
Let's
you guys-
cobble it together like a real Christmas review.
So,
Head
well, here's my
rolls.
thought. Like, basically, they were doing like bit. I kind of dumped the idea of really there being any Danny Kaye or Bing Crosby, and mainly it's just Prime talking about shit. But the idea of the wraparound was that Shockwave. The idea was like Shockwave is alone in his apartment wrapping presents and just going through old videos of Cybertron archives, and like so, the first one would be like when Prime leaves Cybertron to go to Earth. And then the second one would be him on Earth, and I like figure like maybe one of the new guys from season 2 that just shows up for no reason, like Blaster is what came to mind. He's Prime is talking to Blaster about how shit's not going well, and then the third one would just be like after Prime, like basically after the end of season 3. What I wrote it down here. Let me see. After the return when they won, and Prime is inspecting the troops, and I've got a little thing for Prime on that. Yeah, so it's basically just improv off that idea, and then like so Shockwave would basically, and I also had the idea of like Victor Caroli introduces the timestamp on each segment that Shockwave watches, but so I don't know how we want to necessarily do that, but that was my idea.
And are we, as the hosts of the
I figure-
podcast, like involved in this at all? Are we just talking? Are we catching up with Shockwave?
I figure we could talk to Shockwave, and then he would show
Okay.
us the video or the whatever.
What am I doing? Interstitials? Is that the?
Yeah,
the
that's the. I just wanted your Shockwave, basically.
All
And
right.
then you can stick around for whatever you want, but like I know you have to go.
I don't know if you saw that one. There's this video of this guy doing Optimus Prime, but he's singing "Jump" from.
Oh, he's from House of Pain. That's right.
Yeah, House of Pain. Yeah, and it's great. It's like back out, back in, let me begin. And ever since I've watched that so many times, I'm now just doing an Optimus of his impersonation. So, were we doing Optimus?
I was gonna do Optimus.
Okay. So what do you need me to read? Is there like a script, or is it just?
There's not necessarily, like, basically here's my thought. Just we would get a call from Shockwave, and then he's in his apartment alone, and then he sings us White Christmas, but I don't care what words you use. Not the whole thing, just maybe that he's wishing us a happy holiday, and then he talks about how he's just there wrapping his presents, and then maybe he shows he's like, I've been going through the Cybertronian archives, and the first one, I don't know who Prime would be talking to, but the first one is just me doing Prime, talking to the troops about him leaving Cybertron to go to follow the Decepticons.
Mike?
There's a lot of stuff in all of that, so give me 2 seconds here.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm dreaming of a dark Christmas, a logical Christmas. There's stuff we could do.
You don't know this Shockwave very well, do you?
The way
I'm more of a Prime Shockwave guy.
Yeah,
whenever I wasn't sure if you were going to be on, Toby, I was trying to think of Shockwave, and I'm like, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops. What is a tree? What is snow? I don't know these things.
Now you were trying to be all introspective. So,
Michael, what do you got? Any thoughts on characters you want to jump in?
No. I'm actually pretty terrible at improv.
You're just here. You're just here for the audience.
Yeah, I can jump in on whatever.
You can crack
so
wise.
Let's just do one at a time.
Okay.
Unless you sent me a list, I have my ADHD is not going to allow me to think more than one step into the future.
Okay.
So what's the first clip we're supposed to be introducing?
Let's do where let's do this. So you're in your apartment wrapping presents, talking to yourself, and then maybe you call us because you're alone. And then you're like, hey, you guys want to see something? I've been going through the Cybertronian archives. And then we can cut to I'll do a Victor Caroli timestamp, and then just Prime talking to the troops. I don't know if anybody else wants to talk to him while he's talking to them. I had some ideas about what he's going to say, and then after that he blasts off, and that's the first bit.
Okay, so I just have to introduce a clip.
Yeah,
is
essentially
it. All right, I've got a dumb idea.
And then I guess we'll comment on the clip when it ends.
Sure, or you can. Yeah.
All right. This is we're walking a tightrope. It's exciting.
So if you want to just do the just say, hey, we're getting a phone call,
okay,
or something to that extent, and then I'll jump in with my lovely stuff here.
All right. So, and anyway, that's why they call them grapefruits.
Oh, interesting.
I did not know that history.
No,
I found it really interesting. Shoot, we are getting a call.
I thought maybe you would do intro the show, and then after we get to that point, we could do the call.
Oh, we're not cutting straight to the bit right now?
Well, I don't know how to cut that in necessarily. I can probably drop the other ones in.
All right.
But
yeah, you could do the regular intro. That's fine. And then
good. That'll probably
so you get a call.
That'll make for a smoother lead into that whole thing anyway.
If you say so.
So we should start the show?
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
All right. I really liked the grapefruits thing, but
you can always,
that's just going to come out of nowhere.
I guess we don't yes and around here.
But I don't know how, it would just
kumquats, that's what they're called?
You would just all of a sudden be saying, and that's why they call them grapefruits in the middle of the show.
We could figure it out.
So you're gonna...
No, you're saying I could figure it out.
I'm sorry. Where are we supposed to lead this thing?
I don't know.
That's fine. We can leave it there.
What if we have a never-before-seen character, a Transformer that Prime used to work with, and he can be the guy that you have to tell everything to because he hasn't been around. And I can be him, and his name can be Whiteout.
Okay.
And I'll talk in sort of a smarmy old Hollywood voice.
Yes, that's great.
Our guests are trying to help us out.
I know. I'm trying to think because I basically said everything I was going to say.
Like, what if you guys did this?
So are you saying completely erase the sea spray thing?
Well, I think it erased itself, if I'm being honest.
What?
Sea spray's canceled.
I don't know.
No, I'm just throwing it out there. If we need,
He's throwing us.
He's
throwing us a life raft.
Do you want me to introduce my buddy Whiteout, who has nothing to do with sea spray?
Yes. Well, okay. Like
I don't understand. Like, if we've accomplished the goal of the scene,
Yeah, we can move.
I guess so.
what was the goal of the scene?
The goal is just talking about how shit's not going well.
It's not.
Oh, I mean, shit isn't going well if you believe that the Earth is flat and that the adrenochrome is flowing from a pizza place in New York.
This is like them meeting up at the lodge, right?
Yes.
In White
Yes.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's just going through, the troubles of running the lodge.
but he doesn't have a lodge.
All right.
Ryan is so mad.
I just wish you
It
guys
is.
would have talked to me about it a little more before we just started recording. If you had so many
I
questions.
thought with your outline, you.
Oh God, no, get out of here.
All right, we got to push forward.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I meant with Scatman Crothers.
Oh
Oh,
no,
fine.
it could
fine.
not,
Hey.
but helped. Like it was.
I was trying to think. I'm like, I don't know this song that they're singing. This has to be only in this.
I think it's only in the movie.
Yeah. I'm like, I've never heard this before. So,
Yeah. So you gotta fly home today, or are you driving, or what? You're
oh
driving?
no, I'm going to a convention. It's in Pittsburgh. So I'm
You're
on,
not
like,
in a
2.5
hotel.
hours.
You're hitting the cons like a boss. I love all the different costumes you got going on right now.
Yeah, that's part of my thing is I'm trying to hit all the ones. Here's the hotel.
Oh. Were you there the whole time?
Yeah, so I'm trying to do stuff while
Yeah.
I'm existing on the planet.
Yeah.
Like that's part of it. Is just like you start realizing, oh hey, I didn't do all the things that I wanted to last year, so I'm kind of pushing myself. I'm still trying to get my toy company together, and that's part of it. So I should have, I think, 4 conventions in the Midwest coming up to
Awesome.
to do
Oh, wow.
that as well.
Cool.
Pitching that toy stuff because it's like $1,500 to just make a company name and then copyright a couple things. And I'm like,
Did it cost
okay,
us that
thanks.
much?
That's
Well, we haven't copyrighted anything.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you haven't copyrighted Autopod Decepticast or anything.
Good
so
to
you don't-
know.
It's copyrighted the second you breathe it into existence.
Well,
but-
Technically.
Yeah. But that's it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Actually, before you run,
Next time, if you guys want me to do this, give me like an outline.
It's okay.
Okay.
We will.
never,
We'll
never.
we'll also come up with a plan as well.
No,
I did
This
provide an
chaos
outline
energy.
to some people.
Ryan.
this
Ryan,
chaos energy is
don't-
exactly what
Ryan,
we need.
Ryan contributed, and we didn't. We didn't.
Yeah.
We
So
got
what's
lots,
fun is
we got
that
lots
I
of
also-
production hell.
I also now get to do a thing for Yoshi, so that's fun.
Oh wow.
So just like next week on kind
Cool.
of deal. So
Right on.
How often do you run into Argonus Prime at the cons?
I mean, like that's like the second time I've seen. him.
Oh, okay. I don't.
He
feels
goes
like
to a
you're,
couple of
you're
them
always at
during
the same
Columbus.
place at the same time.
No, this one he's like, oh, I'm going there because he wanted to get Peter Cullen's signature.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Right on. All right, well, have
All
fun.
right, guys.
Take care.
I'm
Adios,
gonna go
amigo.
be a McDonald's changeable for a couple
Have
hours.
fun.
Hey,
Right on. Living the dream.
Peace.
happy holidays.
So a good. So we're
Scale
talking
of 1 to 10. That was definitely a 9.5,
Well,
baby.
I don't. Ryan actually put in work into trying to figure it out, and I didn't. So I can't really. I don't know why I should knock it. Be fine, and he's got to do all the fucking work on it. So editing.
For next year, I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to rewrite the White Christmas. I got a great plan.
Yeah, do tell.
I think you should set it. When they're still crashed into that volcano, because the whole point of this movie is like Vermont's not getting snow, and they really need snow. And maybe Prime can be lamenting that they haven't had a good like Cybertronian holiday in a long time, and and if the volcano exploded, the ash would look like the snow that you get on Cybertron, and that's what we'll be waiting for at the end of the movie. It could be big.
This is why we should consult with a writer. Except Ryan's a writer.
Well,
Sometimes you just need external help to really.
He was like, here's this concept, and we just never really.
No, we got it. I think it's good. I think it's just fine.
It'll play.
So
I don't care if it plays. It'll be wacky.
So I got a good mashup idea.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Margaritaville, like inserting Transformers into that style of shirt and marketing.
Yeah.
Megatron, it'd be Megaritaville.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Like a Jimmy Buffett style T-shirt, but it's kind of got a Megatron
right
thing to it,
vibe to it.
Yeah,
I like it. What would be a good? Would Sea Spray make a good Senior Frog stand-in?
Yes, he would.
I think that could be.
Sea Spray has to be involved with all of this.
I think you need to like spoof all the types of shirts. So you definitely got Megaritaville. We got Senior Sprays.
Sea Spray. Sea Spray would be good. Like, do you remember Ocean Pacific? Ocean Pacific.
I don't remember that Ocean specifically.
Body glove.
What was the pun you made earlier? Something biased?
Oh, bias a drink?
Yeah, it's a bias a drink type portmanteau. Or it's not really a portmanteau. That's just fun with homonyms.
I just call it wordplay. I just put it under general.
It's just fun. It's just fun. Why? It takes all the fun out of it when you deconstruct things, Aaron.
I'm the worst writer because I couldn't even tell you what a verb is right off the bat.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
A verb is action. They're action words.
Caleb, what's like a musician that just plays and doesn't know, like a savant kind of a thing? Like that's kind of how I write. I do it. I don't know the words for stuff.
He's a savant now. Well,
that would be like you're talking about like a musician that plays without reading music.
Yeah,
that it's still a musician.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm still a writer somehow.
Yes.
So
it
works out.
A lot of guys that you will see people that are out performing in a band, they can't really read music. Like they can't read notes on a chart. They just like know chords.
Feel it.
They do, but that's they know chords. It's just I'm not sitting down when I play and like looking at notes. But that's a thing. But most musicians can't really read standard
interesting
notation. Paul McCartney can't read music at all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah,
actually.
you should feel very good about
you are
yourself.
the Paul McCartney.
If someone was like, "You need an
young
adjective
adult
here," I'd be like, "Oh fuck." Say, is that grapefruit flavored? And do we need to do that still? Is that?
I thought that was. I thought it was perfect. I thought that was gonna.
I appreciate it, Caleb.
Yeah, it was good.
So Caleb, I guess, has presents for us. We don't have any for him.
That's okay. I decided to get you guys presents this year
for a holiday special.
This is Aaron's. And
thank you,
Ryan. This is yours.
It's a book. I can already tell.
I got you guys books. So
show and
who
tell.
Who wants to open?
You
first?
do it.
First of all, it's a fun Buddy the Elf themed wrapping paper.
That's what I had.
With the classic phrase, son of a nutcracker.
Yeah, we don't have to tell everybody about all the wrapping and stuff.
What? Don't tell me what
That's
I
a good
can and
unboxing
can't
video.
tell
Let's really get into it.
Here, let's listen to the sounds of the... So you know that it's really happening, really put you in the holiday spirit. Larry Burroughs, Vietnam. This appears to be a book in photography with stories.
This is
of Vietnam.
It's called Larry Burroughs, Vietnam.
Was he a photojournalist?
Larry Burroughs was a prolific photojournalist and actually was the most prolific one in Vietnam. He spent 9 years in Vietnam. He was British, and he did photography over Vietnam from the early 60s up until about 1970, where he was killed near the Laotian border. Killed in the field,
Right. This is amazing. Thank you.
So really good. I know you like photography, and you're doing photography, and this is some pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, this is
war
great.
photography. Yeah, and the some of the copy is really good. But it's primarily photos, which is as it should be. And
it seems appropriate.
Yeah, but there's some good copy in there to read on. It kind of sets you up.
Thank you, man.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
It's topical since
Merry
Henry
holidays.
Kissinger died.
Yeah, Kissinger.
Hooray.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
My turn.
Ryan.
Thank you.
The suspense is killing me.
Eating with the Tudors. Food and Recipes by Brigitte Webster. I'm going to guess there's old-timey recipes in here.
So
Awesome.
This author did a lot of research on English culinary fixins in the 17th and 16th century, so the 1500s and 1600s. So it covers a period of time during Henry VIII up into through Queen Elizabeth.
Nice.
But what's nice is she puts some of the original recipes in there as they're spelled.
Oh, cool.
And then puts the modern translation of it. So you get to read what that recipe originally was and how it was explained. And then
To make vaults, take marrow of biff, as much as you can hold in both your hands. That's how all these recipes are. There are no measurements in old recipes. I watch a lot of old food, like 18th century cooking, Townsend's, and then tasting history with Max Miller.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Thanks, Caleb.
You're welcome. Enjoy it. I had fun skimming through both of those before I.
That wasn't what you were telling me you were going to get, Aaron.
No, I backed out of that. And this was a better choice. I was going to get Aaron a sauna hat, which they're funny, but then we have no sauna, so it would have just been sitting on a shelf and not being.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, we discovered it in our whole exploration of saunas and spas after the Turks and Caicos trip.
I don't actually know what a
Anyway.
sauna hat is. Did I miss that?
I did it. Yes, and I might have shared it with you. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I did I shared it with you up on
on our Schwitz page.
Yes, that's right.
They look like Gilligan hats.
All right.
Anyway, Merry Optimus to you guys.
Yeah, very very thoughtful gifts, Caleb. I can tell.
Thanks.
That was awesome.
Michael, I
What'd you get us,
didn't
Michael?
get you anything, Michael. So
Oh, my presence is your presence.
That's
Something
the
like that.
no, I think that's perfect.
Let's pretend that Caleb got me the Blue Zone's American Kitchen. It's a cookbook that I want.
Oh, really? The Blue Zones.
We'll pretend like I opened that.
I don't know that one.
What is it? Tell us.
Oh,
more.
what? Do you guys know what Blue Zones are?
No.
It's like this National Geographic study of like the 7 or 8 places in the world where people traditionally live to 100 plus and are in really good mental condition. And this guy studied them, and he's put out a couple cookbooks of recipes from those Blue Zones. And this one's a little different because it's there's one American Blue Zone, and this is recipes that are a lot easier to make than some of his other books because it's things we have access to here in this country.
What is the American Blue Zone?
It is, well, actually there's one in Minnesota that's a lesser known one because the guy that did the study is from Minnesota, and he actually set one up in Albert Lee, Minnesota. But the bigger one is in California. It's like a religious colony, kind of centered around a church.
Seventh-day Adventists.
Yes, that is it.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they just eat right, clean living?
It's a combination of the environment that they're in, their community, and how basically mental well-being, and then their diet would be an important part of it. It's a bunch of different factors, but
their religion is plant-based by order of whoever started the religion, so worked out for them.
I'm going to guess that a lack of stress has a lot to do with living a long time.
That's right, yeah.
You know, I believe David Koresh's Branch Davidians were sort of an offshoot of Seventh-day Adventists.
I think that's true, actually, yeah.
Sorry to associate that back
Okay.
with them.
You're always tying this
How's
back
he
to
doing?
David Koresh somehow. Every episode, it's David Koresh this,
I'm
David
obsessed.
Koresh that.
Oh, the hair, the glasses.
Well, I hope that someone.
It was really a vibe.
Yeah.
I hope that someone gets you that book eventually. For
Yes, thank you. Me
the
too.
holiday. Yeah, I should check that out myself.
Someone that loves you, respects you.
Not here.
Wah,
No,
wah.
I love you guys. Thanks for having me on again. I just want to
You're
reiterate
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. Thanks for being on.
Caleb, what have you been
Caleb
up to?
broke
Let's
it.
just let Aaron
Thanks.
with his own devices.
Yeah, let him carry.
This is where Caleb and I catch up. This is what I
Yeah.
like this part.
Oh, nothing really exciting. I am going to be preparing for. In January, I'm playing in a high school musical. I'm going to be playing accordion or an accordion patch on a keyboard because that's easier for me to play than a regular accordion. So I got a bunch of material to learn for a musical. I haven't played a musical since I was in high school. I did Guys and Dolls.
How did you snag this gig?
I was available.
Hanging outside of the high school.
Does it pay
asking,
good?
Yeah, I was asking around at the high school.
Hey, you kids going to be in any musical theater soon? Or
Check this out. I have my keyboard with me outside.
Is your son in the play?
No, I beat him out for this part. He decided not to be in this play.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so confused.
Why?
Did just somebody from the school call you up and say, "Do you know how to play an accordion?"
Okay, so I know the music director and I know the director of the theater there, and they come to see me play.
Contacts.
And they come to see me play sometimes,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "You can play for the high school," and I'm like, "Okay." That's them after they've had a couple.
Will you be on stage?
Well, no. Actually, I will not be on stage. This is so Nixa has a black box theater, and so it's actually I will be in some sort of pit.
Okay.
Which means I'll be hidden.
Okay, good.
Why?
This would be weird. A full-grown man comes up.
Oh
on
yeah,
stage.
no, you're totally right. Dancing around. Hey,
he just chews up the scenery.
yeah. It would be that. It would be that too.
I used to go to school here.
Look, you see my pictures on the wall over there.
Are you part of the Nixa Academic Hall of
No
Honors?
No,
or
there's.
what?
You know who's on the Academic Hall of Fame? That
Probably my cousin.
No,
Shout out Barbie.
Mr. We shouldn't put his name out here, but I'll say it here, and Ryan can decide that later. He's on the Academic Wall of Fame there.
Oh, good.
Which I'm like, guy that we've talked about on the show a couple of times. He was the kind of guy.
How could I have forgotten?
Yeah, he was the kind of guy that. Yeah, come on. Yeah, he was the kind of guy that would play. You'd go to his house and he hated to lose, and you played video games with him. Like I played Romance of the Three Kingdoms, my favorite game.
Oh, your favorite? Yeah, I didn't know that.
And after like 3 hours, I almost beat him. And before I could beat him, he turned the game off. He like ran over and turned the game off.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We each covered a different segment. Aaron's got Headmasters, Caleb has Master Force, and I have Victory. So I was just like, it's good. Like we were waiting for you to join before we jumped into Headmasters.
Good Lord, did you did you guys watch like 90 episodes?
We didn't watch.
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh.
I watched.
Christ.
We all watched Zone, which we'll
Watched
talk
Zone.
about a little bit, but it's not going to be like a regular breakdown like we usually do. So it's just kind of a high
okay.
overview of each series.
I did I watched some highlights from Master Force. I did a lot of research on the like the production backstory, the whole overarching theme of it, and that's what we all did. But no way, I didn't sit down to watch 42 episodes.
There's so many.
And I'm going to glue it all together with little anecdotes.
Michael has watched
As
it,
I usually
so he's going to actually be our expert on certain parts of it,
So-
particularly Master Force. Yes,
Yeah.
Ryan.
So if you want to just get into
You
it,
could
Aaron.
hang if you want, or you could just talk about Blaster and Soundwave.
Yeah.
And do whatever you want.
I got you.
We basically did the
Yeah.
we basically did the holiday bits. We haven't started talking about the show at all.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
He has been here for hours,
He's been here
unfortunately
he's
for
been here
him.
a couple
Yeah, well,
hours.
Alphamagnus was on with a kind of a tight schedule, so they did their bits. I sort of slid down the couch for that. But we're ready to get started.
Oh, so it worked out really
So
well
this
that
is
I
episode
jumped on a
proper.
little later then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very good. So I could just calm the fuck down and then just if you want to just bring me on whenever. But yeah.
Ryan, now that you're back, I just want to tell you, in the Omni Productions, Fortress Maximus's battleship is called Spaceship Bruce. For no reason,
Okay.
really, other than translation
Great.
errors.
I am now like all about watching
I think
the
it'd be fun to
Omnidex
watch
version.
them just
Yeah.
for the fuck of it. Like might be a fun
Those sound
bonus
those
boner
sound great.
episode.
Yeah. Oh, man, I read that's a fascinating book because the intro's kind of neat. Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
What was interesting to me is it's interesting to get inside the mind of how digestion works and how diet works for well-being. It's coach like anything in that time. It's wrong.
Was this still about humors?
Yes, there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
Big on humors. And also, what I really found one of the things I thought was really interesting is that it really makes you aware, which people aren't these days, at least in the developed world, is like if you were given an apple in like an off season, that was like a real treat.
Sure.
You know, springtime was hard because you were fucking starving. You know, you were running us short on, you know, on stocks.
To bake a trout. I've never heard of the fish bream.
We'll have to find out about it.
Let it be well seasoned with cloves and mace, salt and pepper, and so bake them with small currants, verjuice and butter, great raisins and prunes. 1588.
I love it. I like the extra E. Like the spelling is like
It's a lot of trying to cheat at Scrabble.
It's phonetic. Yeah, you have to like read it out loud and be like, "Oh, I see what he's saying now." They would finish a meal with cheese because they can, or something fatty because they considered the stomach like a cauldron, and if you if basically a cheese or something, you would be capping the top of you would be capping it. It could burn better inside your body. Ryan's looking at his Christmas book that I got him. Eating with the Tudors. Tudors.
Very bougie.
Nice.
A jug of fresh gooseberries.
What's she getting you?
She got me a car.
What?
I got a 2015 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because my Camry got T-boned.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
What year was your Camry?
2005.
Oh, wow. I have a 2011. I love it. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, me too.
Are you okay? Was it traumatic? What happened, man?
He died.
You sound like you've never heard any of this before.
I don't know.
This was literally 50 minutes of the Mikel Andrews birthday live stream. Remember?
Maybe it was before I was on.
No, it was while you were on. It was like, what color is this? What color is this car?
Oh, that's right. You were searching for a car. That's right. But at the time, I don't think I knew the story behind the T-boning.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't recall it anyway.
I got you. And that's very possible.
Well, that was a very generous gift. That was what a nice lady.
Yeah.
My wife and I randomly went and saw the John Woo movie, and I think I mentioned this to you on socials, but
oh shit! Actually, hold that thought for a sec. Hold that thought, because like Mikel Andrews is just now getting on, and I want to make sure that he's present for this conversation.
Yeah, I heard John Woo. It was like
because this kind of ties into some of the shit that me and Mikel Andrews have been doing lately as well.
Well, I didn't even know it was a John Woo movie when my wife got the tickets, but it's
nobody did. That's the wackiest. I'm sorry, Caleb. I'm just
yeah. Well, I'll lay it out, and then you can chop it up. I don't know. So she got tickets to Silent Night. We went to Alamo, and so as Alamo is, do you guys have Alamos? You guys know what that's all about? Yeah.
Never been to one, but we do have them.
Yeah.
We don't have them on the West Coast.
They're great.
I know what it is.
So anyway,
we've kind of got like discount versions of it.
They're really good about when you sit down ahead of time. They'll show a lot of cool stuff that's kind of supplementary or real kitschy related to the content of the movie. So they were showing clips of old John Woo movies from the 80s. And I was like, oh shit, is this a John Woo movie? And she's like, yeah. I was like, awesome. I did not like this John Woo movie.
It's basically just John Wick light.
Yeah, and it's by light. It's thin, but that was my impression of it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, this one was no.
I haven't seen it, but I watched the trailer, and that trailer did not make me want to watch the movie.
So anyway,
no, it does not look good. But it's fascinating that you get like a stray John Woo sighting in the year of our Lord 2023.
Right.
It's like I had a great many
comes
things
out of retirement.
Right. Well, and it's not even necessarily retirement because he's been doing movies in Hong Kong for like the last 20 years.
Oh.
But his last American movie was Paycheck that me and Mikel Andrews just jumped on with TFG1 Mike and talked for like 2 hours about. Yeah. And it's a movie that I think pop culture has mostly forgotten about, but that the three of us actually kind of like quite a bit. It was weird, fortuitous timing that we end up talking about this forgotten John Woo movie. Dude vanishes from the pop culture lexicon, goes back to Hong Kong, does a bunch of like, historical dramas and like fantastical, operatic epics, but it's all like period pieces and stuff. And then suddenly from out of nowhere, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, or perhaps a magic dove coming out of a doorway.
There you go.
He just returns to. Okay. So Caleb, let me ask you this. So you saw the movie. I have no intention of seeing it, but like, what's the dove count in a Silent Night?
Do we get the dove?
Well, you get, you do get some birds on windowsills, yes, that are stared at from inside the building.
What?
I'm saying there's a lot of scenes where he's looking at a bird, and the bird is whatever that bird represents. But instead of a dove in this movie, the symbol that really drives it home that's airborne is a red balloon. You've got a red balloon that floats around in the sky.
Oh, little French has got some ennui.
Your balloon.
Yeah.
That was in the trailer, and I'm like, nope.
It's really heavy-handed, even by John Woo standards. You can see stuff coming from a mile away, and you're like, oh, I see what he's doing. He's thinking it's going to do this, but he's going to give me a twist, right? He's going to give me a twist and surprise me, right?
It also opens with infanticide, which is the same way that Face Off opens.
Yeah.
Face Off is
kill them kids. Kill them.
Face Off is a masterpiece.
Yeah, Face Off is great.
It's a masterpiece. But I think the concept, one really interesting, and I'm going to spoil this movie.
Sure.
There's no spoken dialogue in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
that's
not
very
necessarily a spoiler. Yeah.
Which is brilliant from a marketing standpoint, because you can throw this movie worldwide, and it doesn't matter. Anything that any chatter is like via like the radio or via like
because the guy loses his voice, right?
Yeah. So, but all the other characters he's around don't talk.
Can
either.
I say that is stupid?
The actors do a very good job with what they have. It's just the storyline it's just weak, in my opinion.
Where'd the guy get all the money for all those guns and stuff?
Well, see, I want to poke holes. I don't want this.
Guns are very plentiful.
There's a lot of problems. Anyway, yeah, a lot. That's what we went and saw that, and it was pretty thin, and I would not recommend go seeing it. So there you go.
Good to know.
I was just looking it up. John Woo's best-rated movies on Rotten Tomatoes. Bullet in the Head, 100% on the Tomatometer. I'm assuming that's a Japanese or a Hong Kong picture. The Last Hurrah for Chivalry, The Killer, I think is the one a lot of people know. Face Off is pretty good at 92%.
I've seen The Killer. I've seen Hard Boiled.
Hard Boiled's good. The action. I mean, he's brilliant.
Hard
with
Boiled,
action.
92.
His action sequences are so much fun to watch.
They are.
It couldn't. And there was some decent ones in this movie, but there wasn't enough. There should have been more of those.
Silent Night is far from his worst, according to Rotten Tomatoes. It's 61%. His worst movie at 23% is Bulletproof Monk.
I've heard of that.
Oh, that's right. That is a John. Oh my God, yeah. He should be taking
2003.
that one. Yeah, you got fucking Stifler in there.
He had Chow Yun-Fat in it, though.
He's
which is kind of like his Lucky Charm, but like, luck runs out, and I think that's the last movie he did with that dude.
Paycheck is pretty low on the list, just to bring that back in at 27%.
Yeah, we know.
That's
We want to talk about Master Force now?
Yeah.
I'm back. All right.
You know, John Woo is a master, but you know what else is a master?
Super God.
So
I like how you think that's staying in.
Super God.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, I mean, this is all fodder for the bonus episode. Right. So since we've like untransitioned, let me throw this at you there, just as a quick nostalgia buster, and then I'll ask you guys how much longer you want me to hang on for. But like, all of you guys seem like pretty high on Face Off. When was the last time you watched it?
Like probably 6 months ago.
I say that there's nothing awkward about it at all. It holds up.
It's fantastic.
Holds up really well. There's nothing politically incorrect in it that gives me any pause.
I don't know what you're talking about. Honestly. No, I really don't.
I'm glad you continued with that tone and diction because I was not picking up on the sarcasm at all. I'm like, so I watched it about 6 months ago, and it was a real nostalgia buster for me. It's like, the highs are, as high. I mean, it's still the top of the mountain. All the Cage stuff, all the Travolta stuff. All the titular face off that they have is pretty cool. But like the shit, like the face waterfalls, and like anybody who is a character that isn't John Travolta or Nicolas Cage, it's like, I don't know, man. It just, I don't know if I was just in a shitty mood that day, but like, it just did not hold up for me. I was like, I did not have a good time with it, unfortunately.
I find no faults in it at all.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much.
T to B, top to bottom, love it.
That's awesome. No, I'm glad you guys have that experience. Maybe I should give it another go. Well, no, my buddy got it on 4K and he was talking about it, and I was just like, and I told him the same thing. And I think this is it's just me situation because he kind of gave me the same reaction you guys are giving me. It's like,
okay, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's okay.
It also helps that Wes loves it too, so we watch it pretty frequently.
You don't have to
probably
like
once
Mike.
a year.
Just because we like it, you don't have to like it.
I will say the critics liked Face Off better than the audience response, 92 versus 82%.
Actually very. I would not.
So you're dragging it down, Mike.
I would think it would be the opposite of that.
Nice. Yeah, I would think so as well.
And just some future stuff. We are considering going to TFCon LA in March. Are you? I think we're all just trying to figure out if we're going to go or not. How are you feeling about the whole thing?
I'm in the strongly considering it category. Yeah. It is. I think Frank Welker is the last big signature I need for my poster. Plus, I have no shortage of friends that are going. Like I'm sure our buddy Jason Wiltshire is already busting on us to like do some kind of like extracurricular activity. It'll be before too long before Johnny Utah starts knocking on our door as well. Right. But like, I mean, I've, Amber the Fangirl is coming over from England.
Plus he has to unload that Headmasters DVD.
Oh, that's what it is. I've got to unload that Headmasters DVD and pay for my flight and hotel and stuff. Yes. But like, I mean, that's one of those ones that a lot of folks go to. So it is kind of hard to resist the call.
Yeah, that's just that's a pretty short flight for you, right?
That's just a That's just a little pole jump.
And
Seibert.
and yet costs the same about the same as a flight to Chicago. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk to Michael a little bit more. So, holiday plans. Got any?
We might be going to. My cousin got like this really cool house in Wisconsin, which I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but
I don't know. Is there a Minnesota Wisconsin kind of tint, like, a
little bit of a rivalry perhaps?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, okay. It's sort of a cross party lines, if you will, over there. Minnesota's very liberal and Wisconsin's very not. But
got it.
Anyway, he moved there a few years ago, and he works for a ballroom there, and the ballroom just bought this house, and there's nothing. They're not really doing anything with it yet, but it's like a mansion. It's like a giant. There's wings and stuff.
Wow. Holy shit.
And so his boss was like, if you want your family to come stay there for the weekend, they can do that.
That sounds awesome. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, like pictures of it and stuff. It's going to be awesome.
It's an older mansion, or
it's been updated, but yeah, it's a very old place.
So like having like would it be good to like host like a Gatsby party or something like that?
Yeah. Or so we're just doing it like just the cousins. That our three families are going to get together and hang out, and he's going to, it's just up the hill from the ballroom, so we're going to use like the industrial pizza kitchens to like build your own pizzas.
Oh my god,
stuff like that.
Sounds amazing. Yeah.
Hot cocoa, watch some movies.
That sounds amazing. If you had time, you could do a holiday-themed murder mystery there in High Coast.
Yeah, for sure. It's that type of place. Yeah.
That's great. Oh, man, pizza. God, I love pizza. So have you had
Pizza
any,
at all times.
So you get to go up there and make pizzas in the spot. What kind of pizzas would you be making in there?
Well, if it's up to me,
Yes.
it's gonna have jalapeno and pineapple, like dream toppings. Yeah, we're gonna have jalapeno, pineapple. I like hamburger on my pizza.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good one. I've always have. Even I gave up pork several years ago, but even before that, hamburger was probably my favorite pizza topping.
I preferred hamburger over sausage. You know, for some reason, I don't like the fennel that's in the sausage, like the little fennel seeds.
Oh yeah, that really bugged me when I was a kid.
And I know they do that for the seasoning, but it's like, I'd be like, I don't like this. You know, and I didn't even know what it was. I was just like, I don't know what this. You know, I just pick it out. But I prefer hamburger because I wouldn't have to encounter fennel seeds.
Yes, exactly.
You ever do honey? You ever put honey like in between your crust and your sauce, or do anything like ever drizzle any honey on your pizzas?
I do. I like to do like a hot honey drizzle, like with like cayenne pepper or something.
Yeah, those
or like some pepper infused.
Yeah, I think those would go good with like jalapeno pizzas.
Yeah,
and I like pineapple. I like the. I don't like. I'll eat pineapple on a pizza, but I will definitely eat pineapple on a pizza if there is something to balance it out for me, like jalapeno. Definitely.
Yeah.
Would help.
So I call it like the Green Ranger or the Yellow Ranger. I either do jalapeno and yellow or banana peppers, or pineapple and banana peppers, or pineapple with jalapeno peppers, depending on the mood I'm in.
Sure.
Alphamagnus is sponsored by Burr.